What is up, guys? Happy Sunday. Here from Wanderlusting Lawyer headquarters. I am back with another Camino video, except this time it's not really about the Camino itself, but something else I thought might be kind of interesting. I love languages. I speak Spanish. I started learning when I was 12, and more recently I've learned French. So I was lucky enough to already know Spanish when I went on the Camino. But I'll see a lot of people posting in different groups and forums asking whether other people recommend learning some Spanish phrases before you go out on the Camino. And my answer to that is definitely yes. I think even if you can only say a handful of things, it gives you a way to interact with locals, whether it's while you're on the trail, while you're in bars, cafes, restaurants, other pilgrims. And so there are, of course, hundreds and thousands of things I could teach you, but these are the phrases that I was thinking about would be kind of 10 essential, quintessential phrases to know. Obviously, I didn't include on here questions where you might get an answer that you wouldn't understand. For example, ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto es? How much is this? Because you have to know numbers to get the answer for that. So I tried to stick with yes or no questions or statements that could be important. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I just want to, it's probably clear, but I'm not a native Spanish speaker, so maybe I'm going to make mistakes, but I try to speak with as authentic of an accent as I can. I lived in the south of Spain, so sometimes I have that accent, but yeah, I hope you guys find this helpful, and maybe it's even more helpful coming from a non-native speaker. So the first one is Hola, buenos días. Hola, buenos días. And that might seem kind of straightforward, but I think it's important because instead of just walking in somewhere and saying Hola, hello, adding that buenos dias, good morning, I think really is a nice way to start off an interaction, especially if you're going to be ordering something to eat or drink. And buenos dias is for the morning, and now if it's the afternoon, after lunchtime, you could say Hola, buenas tardes, or in the nighttime, buenas noches. So it's just a little way to add spice to the traditional hola. And relatedly, when you leave somewhere, instead of just saying adios, adios is goodbye, or hasta luego, you could also say, I think I always like to wish somebody a good day. So if it's in the morning, I'd say, que tenga buen día. Que tenga buen día. Have a good day. And now tenga is the usted form, which in a lot of other languages they have a way of differentiating if you're speaking to somebody in a formal context, somebody who is older perhaps, or in a business setting, but you're going to be always safe with que tenga buen día. Now, what about when you're in a bar, cafe, or restaurant, places that pilgrims love to frequent on the Camino? So you could just point at the menu and say, essentially express that that's what you want. But I think what adds a little bit of flavor and a little bit of respect is if you hold up the menu, or you have it here and you just say, póngame eso, and you point to it. Póngame, again, that's the usted formal version. You could say ponme eso. It literally means put me this. And it might sound a little bit rude or abrasive, but that's really the way that people order in Spain. Now, obviously, if you end with por favor, that is certainly more polite, especially if there are pilgrims everywhere and the servers are stressed, but I think that's an easy way. You can also do it by pointing, póngame eso, por favor. And relatedly, if you don't see anything to point to and you just know what you want, instead of just saying café con leche, which everyone knows on the Camino is the lifeblood, it's basically a Spanish latte, but 10 times stronger. It's so delicious. Side note, I'm convinced the Spaniards have the best coffee in the world. Italians don't come for me. But you could say, the polite way to order is with the word quisiera. Quisiera un café con leche. Quisiera una tortilla de patatas. Una napolitana. That was my favorite. So quisiera, and then whatever you want. When you need your bill, la cuenta, por favor. La cuenta, por favor. This one's fun. So what about when you have one of those lovely suckers called blisters on your feet? You could go into a pharmacy and say blister. They might understand you. You could show them, which my friend did. But you could also say tengo ampolla. Tengo ampolla, or tengo cinco ampollas, like I had 5. But that way they can at least have an understanding of the problem that you're in there for, and then bring you whatever they have to help out. The next one is kind of a 2-for-1 because of a funny story that I have. So the word for stamp, like the stamps that you get in your pilgrim's passport, is sello, S-E-L-L-O. So if you want to ask, is there a stamp? Do you have a stamp? You'd say, I sello. So as a question, I sello. But the word for restroom, at least in a public place, is aseo, A-S-E-O, aseo. So you can see how aseo sounds like aseo. So that happened to me in the cafe that was just on the outskirts of that park, at the end of that park that's on the outskirts of Logroño. I wanted to know if they had a stamp, and so I was asking aseo, and the guy kept pointing me outside, and all I saw were bathrooms and a foosball table. So I was searching in the foosball table. I don't see any stamp. So finally I go back, and as pilgrims know, make the stamp sign, the universal sign. He said, "Ah, ¿quieres un sello?" He thought I'd been asking, is there a bathroom? So I sello. It's good if you pause between the two. I guess I forgot to do that. What about paying? A lot of places on the Camino only take cash. And so if you want to ask, or maybe just know these words so that if you hear them, you know what they're saying. If you want to ask if you can pay by card, you'd say, "Puedo pagar con tarjeta?" or just simply "con tarjeta." They'll understand you're asking if you can pay with a card. And then the word for cash is efectivo. So, "Puedo pagar con tarjeta o solo con efectivo?" or "solo efectivo?" or just cash. So, tarjeta card, efectivo cash. What about when you can't find your way? I mean, your way on the way, not sort of metaphysically speaking. That's a different topic. If you want to say you're lost, estoy perdido if you're a man, or estoy perdida if you are a woman. And then if you want to go one step further and ask for help, say y necesito ayuda. Hopefully they'll point you in the right direction, or you can simply ask, where's the Camino? ¿Dónde está el camino? And hopefully, again, they'll direct you in the right direction. Now, of course, if they start saying a bunch of stuff, I would stop them and say, "No hablo español," and then try to use your hands. So that's the 10 I've got for you guys. But if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. So I've got 2 bonuses for you. One is when that person next to you has been snoring all night and you know that he or she speaks Spanish, you can turn to them and say, "Usted ronfle mucho." Oh my gosh, that's French. Usted ronca mucho. Roncar is to snore. Usted ronca mucho. But be careful with that one. Who knows how they'll react. And then the double bonus is simply if you don't want to pay attention to any of this stuff and you just want to wish people a good Camino, a happy Camino. I know you all know it's buen camino, but try it with that accent. Instead of saying buen camino, like we'd say here in the States, nothing wrong with that. Buen camino, camino, it's a little bit lighter, buen camino. Anyway, I wish you guys all a very buen camino if you have one coming up. Thank you for watching, and as always, please let me know if you have any ideas for videos. I've got a ton of my own, but I want to produce content that you guys are interested in. So, thanks so much.